you prefer here at Crooked Peach. Good morning, Mr. Terry. It's good to see you this morning. Um, Guys, full disclosure, I don't think I'm gonna actually cook breakfast this morning. I'm not hungry. I ate dinner rather late last night, so I think I might push my actual breakfast back to what we would consider to be lunchtime. So just letting you guys know. However, we are gonna um, pack a lunch together, and then I'd like to sit down and chat a little bit about my DNA. Let me turn this camera around and show you the big old mess up in here. Alrighty, here we are. So last night for dinner, I made um, like a taco mix and some fresh salsa from our tomatoes and peppers from the garden. And I'm going to pack that today for Chad's lunch. Along with this are these beautiful tallow fried tortilla chips that I make. These things are so stinking good, y'all. So, hey, official 1SP. Whoa, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. We are going to be also cutting a pineapple. It's been really, I'm just not, I ate dinner late. And so I'm just not quite hungry yet. And I personally think that you should listen to your body. If your body's talking, smart, some of it's nonsense, truthfully. All right, so this is the burger mix. It also has some of this fresh garden salsa in it already, but I'm gonna add more on top. What in the world? Did I drop something? Nope, I didn't. I thought I did. My apologies. I did not mean to bang these dishes together. Oh wait. All right. It's really foggy today. Really foggy, but we're going to be cloudy from what I understand. Looking at that forecast all day, and that's cool. I guess it's cool because we're forecasted today to be at 69 degrees, which for December, what is it, 18th? I'm pretty stinking happy for that. But we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna pay for it. It's about to get really, really cold yet again, which it's time. It's winter. I totally get it, but it's gonna get very, very cold. We're gonna be down in the middle teens, and my plants. I have got to do something about that because these freezing temperatures will kill your garden. So I'll be doing a video about what I'm going to do to take care of that. And I'm not sure when I'll release it. I'm not sure, y'all. All right, so this is that. We get our cheese also from the local farm, but this is actually brought in. This is Wisconsin cheese. Um, it's also a small family farm that makes this stuff. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, seriously. You gotta be kidding me. That's how good this stuff is. Alright, so that's his taco mixture. I'm gonna put all these chips in that bag because if I don't, I will eat more of them. Nothing wrong with that. They are not fattening. Again, they're fried in tallow. And then I'm also packing the rest of this little can of organic sliced olives. He likes olives. I think they're nasty. No, I'd rather lick a salt lamp, frankly. Oh, I wish you could have heard that. I wish you could have heard it. And I will be peeping at the chat, you guys, in just 1 second. Alright, so I've got that, and then we're going to pack fruit also. Alright, let's see what's up here. I work too much for YouTube. Oh my gosh, look at you. Official 1SP, thank you. He says, they don't see the diamond that you are, no matter how brightly you shine. I'm not sure how much I want to shine. Hi, all about food and travel. How you doing? Good morning to you. Just because the content of the chats that I'm having with you guys now is right on the edge of very controversial stuff. Like it's a little nerve wracking, but I think I have figured out a way to talk about things that people really need to know about without really talking about the things. I think maybe. Hold on just a moment. My apologies, guys. I'm going to pack in some cherries and then a pineapple. And then let me get my tea started actually. So this tea today is going to be also considered a little controversial. Hey guys, good morning. The ingredients that I will be steeping are going to seem a little bit wrong. I assure you, this is in no way wrong. Not at all. All right. I don't want mimosa tea this morning, but I do want lemon balm, and I'm only brewing 1 cup. Just a little bit of lemon balm. That's probably about almost a tablespoon. I like my teas pretty strong. Hold on, I gotta find the other thing, y'all. It is. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm looking in the wrong cabinet back here. Alright. This is a little bit of blackberry, which actually treats a whole lot of different things, but I'm really just putting it in here for diversity. Where's my comfrey? I'm about to get. Oh, there we go. And here's the big controversial thing: comfrey. Comfrey is supposedly not supposed to be used internally. And if you took a pound of it and long brewed it and tried to drink all that in one day, I might agree with you. But comfrey is actually incredibly healing. And those undesirable effects that are highly talked about, they're true, but that information is not like a normal use thing. It's high, extremely high concentrations of actually just a single alkaloid from the comfrey plant. So that'll cause you liver problems. It really will, but this is good stuff. All right, let's get this stuff done. I gotta get his pineapple done. And I wanted to talk about, and I am going to start talking about it now, your DNA. And I'm going to have to fix the camera. Because if you, like me, good morning, Beauty. Hi. How are you, beautiful? I saw the wedding. That was so pretty. All your stuff has been pretty. Google needs to stop only cutting you. Oh, gosh. I wish somebody would cut me a check. Thank you, Mr. Terry. Oh, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all just pump me right up. You truly do. And I didn't even get my knife. What in the world? All right. So anyway, let me hone this real fast. Like I was trying to get to. If you grew up anything like me, then you have lived with the information that, well, it runs in the family. So you're gonna be that way too. All right, heart disease. In my family, using that lot in the past. Let's see, so both of my parents had heart disease. Both of my parents were pre-diabetic, hypertensive, treated for high cholesterol. My father actually died from bone cancer. His father died from cancer, so my grandfather. And on my mother's side, her mother, my grandmother, died from cancer. I was like 5 years old. So anyways, so it's stuff like this, right? Because, oh, wait, let me take this off. Because using that DNA as your destiny logic, and if your parents had it, you're going to have it, then why would I even bother trying? Because based on that information, I'm going to die a miserable cancer-ridden heart disease. I don't believe that's actually the case. I believe that not for 1 minute. I believe, actually, all right, I'm saying I believe because this is all just, independent research and me testing it out in real life and seeing the results of it, not just with myself, but with my close family members and close friends. You're given a set of DNA. Absolutely factually correct. Yes, you are. And in that DNA, you have, look, that looks nasty. I got to cut that out. In that DNA, you have the potential for really good, healthy things or really unhealthy things. So, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. If I give my DNA the same information that, say, my parents gave their DNA, which was really terrible, like, they did not live healthily, okay? They didn't, I don't think they knew better, but in no way did they ever really think about their health in the way that I am thinking about my health, which, this was precipitated by the death of my mother. She just passed away 2 years and 1 month ago. Hold please. Let's get this broom. Steeping over here. She actually lived to be fairly old, I guess, 70. But she did not live 70 years, y'all. She did not. She was just barely existing for the last decade of her life. It was awful. It's actually even longer than that. I'm 54. By the time she was 55, I believe, she already had one knee surgery, like a whole knee joint replacement, which I find sickening. And it was supposed to help her. She was supposed to be better. She was supposed to be able to walk normally. Guess what? She didn't. She had the other knee replaced less than a decade later. She never walked right. She never walked really. Like a normal person ever again. She couldn't do so many things because it limits your motion or whatever. But anyway, so I'm watching all these things. I know what my DNA is. And I was actually on the road. I had so much of the same stuff going on at the time. I was pre-diabetic. Like I said, heart disease. High blood pressure is what the problem was. But also, they kept trying to get me to take cholesterol medicine. Which I did actually for a very short time. And I mean short, like under a week. It caused me to have the worst leg pains, leg cramps and stuff. No. So I never took cholesterol medication ever. Thank goodness. My mother did for a long time. I want to say more than 20 years. And she had dementia. There's a huge connection there. We won't need to get into it. But, hold on. Let me focus on this for a second because I do not want to cut myself. Y'all, let me cut this pineapple. I hope y'all can see this. I don't know if I need to cut the rest. I'm going to do it anyway. I can probably fit it all in here. And then we'll get some cherries rinsed off. Oh my, what in the world? It's so slippery. Oh, you know what I just realized? I ain't never explained why I'm showing y'all what I packed this man for lunch. It's because what I used to pack him for lunch was sandwiches all the time. And bagged chips and all kinds of other stuff that I really regret. He didn't even finish his raisins yesterday. And that's fine. So 2 jars of our very healthy, clean, unchlorinated, unfluoridated well water. The pineapple, the raisins, Oh, I know why he didn't. I put cheese sticks in there yesterday, which is something I don't do a lot with him, but on occasion, he'll have some mozzarella cheese sticks. Here's those olives, the chips, the actual taco mixture, and let's get some cherries also. Rinse off over here. See, the thing is, I think what I used to feed him was not really doing anything for him. It's the same kind of stuff I ate, the same stuff my parents always ate. This really is, it makes me feel good about packing lunches like this because I know that I've given both of these guys healthy, home-cooked food with fruit and a variety of things to choose from. They don't always eat all the things, but they always come home and they're not starving. They always, let me know how they appreciated the lunch that day, whatever that lunch was. Usually it's dinner from the night before. All right. And some cherries. And this, in my opinion, this is a good healthy lunch. You might not agree. I hope you agree, though. I think it's really good. I know it would taste amazing. I mean, they tell me all the time, like, lunch was awesome. Lunch was banging. They say some other things I won't say because it's like cuss words. Oh, I got to get him some silverware. And then we'll shut this up. We're going to sit down for a minute. Another thing that's happening this morning is that I have a friend who lives in the the other side, rather. Let's look outside and see if she's come here yet. Another side of the county. She's coming to deliver a whole bunch of bags of, no, she hasn't come yet. A whole bunch of bags of pine straw. I might have said that already. I'm not sure. Lord help me. Yeah, I know. Let me get my tea and we're going to sit down and have a chit chat. Good morning, Chris. How are you, darling? Good morning. And I'll turn this around. I apologize, y'all. How you doing? Let's see. Hold on. I'll come back down. I'll come back. Organic Home. Hi. Good morning. It's so good to see you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Bumi, you love pineapple? Oh, girl, me too. I really do. But I'm telling you, I'm cutting up these pineapples every stinking day. I have a problem. Not really. I just like having the options. Which, oh yeah, crap. I just remember. Let me go check these banana chips. Oh yeah. This is the banana chips that I did yesterday morning. As soon as I put these in a bag, they'll be eaten. So. All right, let me get my tea, y'all. And for those of you who didn't hear the ingredients, I have lemon balm, a little blackberry leaf, and comfrey. Yeah, comfrey. I'm going to ingest comfrey. It's perfectly safe. Let me turn this around for you. And get some honey. You know what? I just realized I don't believe ever in my whole entire life did I ever have honey in my home growing up. It was always white sugar. Wow, I've come a long way. I used to think honey was nasty. Truthfully, I couldn't stand the taste of it. There's that pretty little tea, y'all. I'm pretty happy about this too. This is going to be very good. Comfrey can actually strengthen a lot of things within your body. It can be used in mouthwashes and all kinds of things. It remineralizes. So, let me turn this around, y'all. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to walk around looking at my floor. Apologize. Oh, goodness. All right, so like the whole point of this morning was I wanted to share that according to my DNA and according to all the medical things, predicted outcomes and tests and all of that, I should be really, really sick. And I was. I was right. I was following the exact trend that I should have, going down the same path that both of my parents and my grandparents before them and lots of other, folks in my family. I mean, I even have, okay, so I have very close relatives, I'm not calling anybody out, very close relatives that have heart disease, diabetes currently, like they're living right now with heart disease, diabetes, things like that. All kinds of other health issues, obesity being a huge one. Um, like all of my family is just, they're just obese. They don't, I don't know. Anyway, so that's another thing. Like, I should be obese. Medically, I actually was obese. Um, so, what I'm trying to say is that you have the DNA that you inherited from your parents, and there is a really good chance that you can develop any and all of the maladies, diseases, disorders, and such. Where you can change that is don't live your life the same way. If you're, okay, like for instance, my mother, she really liked eating hot dogs, which, ugh, and spaghetti. Those were her favorite meals, hot dogs and spaghetti. And she ate a lot of the same things. There's a theme there too. She liked soft foods, um, which I don't necessarily think is really good to always be on soft foods. That doesn't really give your intestines anything to work with. It's like squeezing toothpaste, but your intestines are really, really long. It needs something to work with, I think. But anyways, that's what I have come to understand and realize. The bottom line is that you can trigger very good, happy responses with how you function, like what you put in your body. That's the bottom line is what you put in your body is going to tell your DNA to do this thing or that thing. You can put good things in, and your DNA is going to produce good results, or you can put bad things in, and you're going to have bad results from that. You just absolutely will. I don't think that is that hard to get yourself healthy, but it is hard to figure it out with all of the nonsense information that's out there. There's so much of it. It conflicts with itself. Um, I I have again I watch like television and things like a typical person might anymore, so I don't really know, but I know when I was still watching it, it seemed like there was a new medication for all these like new diseases pretty much every day. And I think that that is just the way that I was trained, which you guys might have been trained to just believe that you have this set of DNA, so you're going to have these problems. So we just kind of, I think, resign ourselves to thinking, oh well, that's just the fact. I'm going to be um, old and sick and blah 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 blah, just like mom or just like dad or just like my auntie or my uncle or one of those things. And I disagree, and I really want everybody else to understand that we can live a better, happier life. We honestly can. It's not as hard as I might have thought. I was just convinced that my DNA was my destiny, and I know that that's not the case anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me look at chat, guys. I don't even know if anybody has said anything. Oh, I gotta go down. I'm sorry. I went way up there. Okay. Bumi, big fan, big fan. And Mr. Terry said, Crooked Peach, I understand 80% of the use of medicine comes from lack of something in your life. That is not necessarily untrue at all. It's also from a lot of maybe what we shouldn't have in our life. Like this, right now, one of the things that really is an alarming thought to me is that we have so many children in the United States who are well above their natural healthy weight. And yes, back 40 bandit, food is medicine. Food is medicine. But what is food? I think that's a big gray area. of information. We have children and adults all around the country. They're going around using a weight loss medication. It's a shot. I'm sure y'all have heard of it. Sounds very much like Olympic. You know what I'm talking about? This is what really scares me. Firstly, it's the manufacturers that do all the research. It's the manufacturers that choose which research they're going to disclose. This crap, it's new. It has not been tested long term, but most importantly, it's doing something that shouldn't happen. You should not be able to inject something into your body and your body just suddenly starts dropping weight. And I'm so incredibly fearful because the long term ramifications of this, I think, is going to be pretty devastating. It's going to be awful, y'all. It's going to be terrible. It's doing things to the human DNA that shouldn't be done. And, you know, on the one hand, I totally get it. I've been overweight, very overweight myself. Again, my whole entire family is medically obese, actually obese. They're so unhealthy. Um, I get the appeal to want to stop that from happening. And it's really hard to say no to quick and easy ways, but I can absolutely assure you that not one time ever so far in this 54, almost 55 years, have I had anything happen quick and easy that turned out to be worth a crap. That is not where the answers are. That's just not where they are, y'all. And I'm so fearful because these children are going to be sick for their whole entire life. Are you guys aware that more than 75% of our children in the United States today have already received medical diagnoses that prevent them from ever joining any branch of the service? Like, that is, are you freaking kidding me? We got to do something different. We have got to do something different. Christian, no, not at all. Nope. I'm not speaking about any sort of a vaccination at all. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I'm not probably ever going to really speak about that. The danger, Will Rogers. There's danger there. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not. I'm not intentionally like going after one thing. I'm just making an example of one thing because I really think we need to spend more time thinking about what the heck we're doing. What are we doing? Whose advice is it that we're actually listening to? Think about that, honestly. Where is this information coming from? How vetted are the people who've written this information and put that information out there? What are their intentions? Who do they work for? Like, there's a lot of stuff that we kind of just take it as fact because it's on a TV or because somebody with a diploma in their office said so. That's not necessarily the case. I'm just trying to encourage everybody to please pay better attention to what's going on. No good can come of this. No good can come of these shortcuts. Because, like, for instance, that one thing that I'm talking about for when it is being used for weight loss, first things first, your weight is the biggest clue you have. But we're attacking the clue. That if you think about how we are or how we are supposed to function biologically, that doesn't make a lick of sense at all. Clark Kent. Yeah, I don't understand what that has to do with anything that I'm saying, so I'm just going to ignore that. Guys, we just need to do a better job. Think for ourselves. Realize that, like, okay, if you're overweight, what is causing the weight? Because that is your best clue. That symptom is the best clue to, hey, something is going down in here and it is not good. It's not the weight. It's not the fat itself that is the thing to attack. It is what is causing it. What is causing it is the crap that we're unaware of mostly that's in this entire system of food. Most all of it falls under that convenience label, and I will forever continue to say, because this is just the truth, convenience kills. Convenience cripples too. Convenience cripples. And I mean that in like, it was too easy my whole life prior prior to the last 4 years, my whole life was very like convenientified. Yeah, convenientified. I would buy a lot of things and then I thought that they were food. This is one example, but it's across the board. The easy things allowed me not to have to learn a skill. And that skill is pretty essential for life. Being able to identify food, actual food, and prepare food. Oh, no, it wouldn't. Christian, listen to me. I love you no matter how big you are. But if you are trying to simply shrink yourself without realizing that something's causing it, and frankly, mostly it's not your fault, then you're attacking the wrong thing. Really and truly. We have got to stop with all of this industrial lamp oil and crap in our food. That's not food. It's causing all these things. All of these toxins, there's so many of them. There's not just one, but there are some that are bigger offenders. The biggest offenders are these seed oils. The seed oils are causing massive mitochondrial damage. They're causing all of this crazy, inexplicable, sudden weight gain to happen in groups of people within our society that they've never had these problems like this before. Like when I was growing up, there was maybe one or two children that were a larger size. Today, are you kidding me? And it, again, not their fault, y'all. We don't realize that what they're eating in school and stuff, that's not food. That is not food. That is bleached commodity grains, and it's just bad for them. And then they're inside a building sitting down pretty much all day. Not natural, not normal. So everything really kind of goes back to just trying to get back to a more natural state of being and existing and eating and treating yourself well, because this easy, convenient stuff is really abusive to our bodies. And we might not necessarily immediately realize it. And that's really part of the selling point, right? Like, well, everybody else is eating it. Nobody's falling over dead. No, you're not going to die quickly. You're going to die a slow, miserable death. Slow and miserable and taking all kinds of medications and probably being cared for at the end of your life in a home where you didn't know a single soul. That's not how we should live. That's not how we should live. I refuse. Again, just went through all this stuff with my mother, and immediately following that was the death of my stepfather. So this is just, I'm very passionate about it. Like I said, I'm going to continue to talk about this because it's not that hard to take care of your health as long as you realize we've got to stop trusting other people to make the things that we put into our bodies. Like, really, think about it. It doesn't even make sense that we do that because we're so mistrusting of one another, but we just blindly accept that that's going to be good for us and safe. And like, ask more questions. Hold on a second. Let me see what's up here. Back 40 Bandit says, I eat a lot of eggs. Yes, from our homestead chickens. Those things are amazing. Eggs are the perfect food. Eggs have everything for supporting a beautiful little life. They actually do. And it's a fabulous food. As you get older, really good in protein, but easy to digest and process. Like, and that's a key there is that they're pasture raised eggs, or they're not. Listen, y'all, commercial eggs come from commercial chickens that are fed commercial feed. Commercial feed's not happy feed. Commercial feed's not healthy. And you know what? Strangely enough, Frugal Mama, Wellness with Frugal Mama, this morning she actually mentioned that she was instructed not to eat the corn that is fed to the poultry. Like, hold on, what? That's what she was like, what? What do you mean? You don't want me to, that's not edible for me, but I'm supposed to feed it to them and I'm supposed to eat them? Exactly. This crap doesn't make any sense, y'all. So pasture raised eggs. Good morning, Lynn's Life Lessons. Hi, darling. It's good to see you. So anyways, like I'm saying, according to the DNA that I inherited, the way that I was conditioned up in life here, I should have all those diseases, which a lot of them they're just metabolical disorders that have really gone awry. I refuse to accept that. I refuse to accept my DNA as my destiny. or my family's health history is my future. It's not. It's absolutely not. I refuse, and I hope that you all will realize that you can refuse this too, and you can make a change. You really can. Like, yes, eating actual real food, very important. Good morning, son. Actual real food, very important. Um, knowing how to have or knowing how to cook it all, really having basic cooking skills, very, very important. Um, Stop being so blindly trusting of industrial people. Like, we don't know the people that are making our food, and trust and believe they do not have our best interest at heart. Not even a little bit. Pay attention. Just pay attention and know that you can live a happier, healthier life. You honestly can. No matter what they tell you, you can. You can change your destiny. You can always change your destiny. And for me, it's with real food. And I think, frankly, that would apply to all of us in this country anyway, because it's everywhere and we don't realize the stuff that's been put in it. Matter of fact, I just found another thing last night of chili powder with vegetable oil in it. What? 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 And again, what is vegetable oil? It ain't something I should eat. Mm-mm. Mr. Terry says, we must remember change is more than metal and paper in your pocket. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And when I really decided to change everything for me, it was an inner conversation that I had with myself about a paper plate, because I was sick and I was tired and I felt worthless, and I just had to have a talk with myself, because I was sick and tired of accepting that all I would eat off of is a paper plate. I'm worth more than that. And so are you. You really are. Guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to enjoy this tea. I'm going to get my pine straw delivery. And I will cook my breakfast later on in the day. Tomorrow morning we will be cooking together. Thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. And in case you hadn't heard yet, you are awesome. You really are. Y'all have a good day.